Buenas tardes. Good afternoon. So here we are in YouTube. I don't know if any of you have had experience meeting in YouTube live stream, but I really like it and I'm going to stick with it unless someone has good reason not to. Looks like a little bit blurry, right? Let me see what's going on. Why is it blurry? Oh, it's good now for me. How does it look for everybody else? So I'm going to be giving this class in English. However, thanks to YouTube, you will be able to view the subtitles automatically generated. It takes a little while for them to upload after I give the class, and then the video mounts automatically, and then the captions or the subtitles come automatically, but it all takes time. It's not immediate. And then as well, you can translate the captions, and they're pretty good. I think they're pretty good in Spanish, but you know, I'm not the expert. So you guys can let me know. It looks clear to me too. So let's just wait for more people. The class is full. It's 33 students, 32 students. So I'm just going to wait to see who else comes in. And we'll discuss it. Now, I'm not sending you this prontuario syllabus yet because I'm still amending some things in it. I also want to talk about the Moodle page, the Moodle course. So today we're not going to spend too much time. We're going to go through this, and I'm going to direct you to some, just to start working. My idea is that we meet every week at least for an hour. Maybe we'll meet for 2 hours. Maybe we'll meet for 3. Maybe we'll meet for 4. But I want us to meet regularly, and you should try and be here at least for the hour and a half. But essentially all the materials are available online. So I need to show you where to find them. Let me set up the Moodle site. I have to position it. Oh. So if you haven't used Moodle before, you're forced to now. Okay, is that clear? Let's see. There is a little bit of delay. Okay, no, that's not clear. Okay, let me make that bigger. There's a little bit of delay, so I ask a question, it takes time for you to get it, and then for me to see you to respond, and then for me to respond again, so there's delays when we communicate. I will, well, you can, you can see this is not the updated one. I'm still updating, but I'm going to show you, I'm going to run it pretty much with the same format as the summer. I just have to fix the date. Okay, let me see the, I'm going to make it a little bit bigger and not care about the, I'm not going to care too much about the things, oh dear, whenever I zoom out, I lose, sorry, it does this buffering or this flashing when I do that. Okay, so I'm going to go like this. I'm going to lose that. You don't need that. And I'm going to lose that. There you go. Much clearer. So this is going to be the format. You're going to see my view. So you're going to see some things that are hidden from you. And I apologize, I haven't updated the dates. But I will do that today, and I will update everything and share it with you. I'm going to give you things to work on anyways on the weekend, so you're not without things to do. Okay, let's wait a couple more minutes for some people to join. Let me check my emails to see if anyone has written me. Most of you are aware that I think that our email service provider was changed from Google Mail to Outlook, and with that change, I've had to learn a lot of things. Very frustrating. So I don't know how to easily send a group email. I have to set up the group in advance, and it just takes forever because I have 3 classes, and then I'm also the director of the finance department. I'm not complaining, but I'm just letting you know things take me a lot of time because now I've got to set this up. So I've been sending you messages through the Next portal, and that makes sure that I get it to the most up-to-date list of students registered in the class. So that's what I've been doing. So you can communicate with me through my email. I can receive emails. It's just about sending them to the group. I still have to prepare my group lists. Okay, so you guys see the chat. You also, as long as there's no interruptions in the feed, the chat will be preserved, and you'll also get to see the chat when you review the video. I will be putting timestamps, if you know what that is, in the description, so that if you're watching the video, you can click on the position of the video for different topics. If you don't want to watch the whole thing, you just want to see certain things. Also, if you want to add to the timestamps, you can put them in the comments section, and I can add the timestamps that you suggest. I don't know if you know what that is, but you'll get the idea when. Let me show you what I mean. I'll give you an example. The timestamps. Let me show you an example on one of my videos. Yes, I'm trying to be efficient here. Okay, so let's see. If you ask questions, I'll go through the feed and look at them. Okay, there's an example. So here's the video. Let me I just have to Okay, there you go. So let me suppress these. I have to fit this. Took me a while to figure all this stuff out, but I did figure it out. Okay, so this is a video that I made for stats in the past, and you see in the description here, all you have to do is click on these timestamps and it'll just jump to that part of the video. Let's see if I can. So if I click here, it'll just jump to 24 minutes and continue, okay, with the topics listed, okay? So you can just review specific topics. And if you think I've missed something in the comments section, you can leave a comment and tell me to add a timestamp to the description. The more you guys can help me, the quicker that you'll get the video. So what you have is various sources of various resources, let's say, okay? So what you have is our discussion, our class. So our lectures will be, our lectures will be in, sorry, our lectures will be in YouTube, and then I'll show you here, let me show you here. Okay, so this is what this is a playlist, StatsLongobardiLive. So there are a ton of videos in here. I made a list. Here, so these are the StatsLongobardiLive videos. And so you can go by date and you can watch them. So you can go all the way back. Now I don't have timestamps for all of these, but I do have them for some. So these are the live videos. I basically repeat what I'm doing in the lecture, but I keep on providing live feed because it's more engaging. Maybe, it'll be more relevant to the group that I'm teaching at the time and with the pace that I'm dealing with. But in addition to these live videos, you also have the pre-recorded edited videos. And that's I put them under the link I gave you, tinyurl.com. I just called it Stats Longobardi. Now these were made between 5 and 6 years ago. And they took me forever, and they are edited videos that correspond to the lecture notes, you see? And they're numbered videos all the way through the notes. And so you got page numbers. The page numbers are pretty intact. I've tried, even if I edit, to keep the page numbers the same, so you can follow along. So the notes here are ones I'm going to they're going to be in Moodle, but yeah, you can get them in Moodle. I'll just say that. I'll probably email you the ones for today because I haven't set up Moodle yet. Okay, so you got the idea. So those are the two fuentes, the two sites where you're going to find videos. You have you have these ones. Sorry, I just went on the same thing. You have the live ones that are in this tab, the live tab, with the date. And then you have these ones that were pre-recorded, edited videos that correspond exactly to the notes. So you get to watch them as you read the notes. And then in class, I'll highlight, in the live videos, areas where people have difficulties, or I want to emphasize something more than that's in the videos. But really, I think I have most of the pages of the notes covered with the video. So those are two sources, the live videos and the edited videos that are numbered V1, V2, V3. So you have those. Then you have, let me check on you if you have any questions. Hold on. It's hard to do all these things at the same time. Any comments, questions? Oh, you're still looking at that thing? Okay, hold on. Oh yeah, no, that's is it playing? Yeah, I get turned off. So you guys, right, so you have the LongobardiLive and the Longobardi videos, video 1 through 70. There's 70 videos. Okay, so then for this unit, there are no videos because the videos actually start in Unit 2. There's 6 units in the course, all right? And the videos start in Unit 2 because I have a third source of videos for you. I'm going to send you, let me show you that. That's this one here. Okay, hold on, let me show you that. make this fit. So you see, these 4 videos, yeah, I closed the other one. So these 4 videos here, they're part of a series of, oh, why is it flashing? I don't know what just happened. It's all pop. Why is it doing that? Hold on. I don't know why it's doing that. Wow. That's weird looking. I don't know what's happening. Let me just erase these. Maybe that'll help. I don't know what happened here. I'm gonna put this back inside. It's like disintegrating. What is going on with the feed? Oh, I don't know what's happening. I must have pressed something that's... Hold on. I don't know why that's happening. Okay, let's just turn that off. That was scary. Okay, so forget it about the videos for now. I'm going to be sending you the link for those videos. I think I have to add you each to the private list. So I'm just going to talk about it in terms of the syllabus. So I mentioned them. This is the syllabus here. Okay. So there's a statistics series videos called Decisions Through Data. And I'm going to provide you the link that I set up so you can view those for the first module of the course, or the first unit of the course. They're excellent videos. They were produced like 20 years ago, 25 years ago, and they are still relevant. Obviously, statistics hasn't changed. Well, it has, but that branch of statistics that we're learning, frequentist statistics, hasn't changed. So the videos are still excellent. So I'm going to use 4 out of, I think there's 20 videos in the series, and I'm going to ask you to watch them and then read through the notes that I provide you and see if you can answer questions. And you can rewatch the videos at your leisure. We got permission from the authors of the videos, I don't know what to call them, the producers of the videos, to share them with you, and like in the platform. However, to avoid any delays or any issues with copyright, I'm just going to keep it on a private stream. Okay? So like I said, I'll send you that link, and I'll send you the notes so that you know what you're supposed to do with that. Okay, so any questions so far? Don't ask me what was happening with that feed. It was very weird. Yeah, it was a mirror. I don't know why that was happening. So since you're screen sharing the same page where the live stream is coming from, but I was just screen sharing it and didn't do that. Like if I Was I screen? I don't know. I must have pressed something different because right now what I've done is using OBS, and in OBS I set up to show the windows. So I'm showing you a window now, and I don't know why it didn't work for that particular one. Maybe I'll figure it out. Okay, so let's go through the syllabus together. So those are the three. So you have the playlist of live stream videos. You have the playlist of edited videos. You have these decision through data videos just for the first unit. And then you'll have Moodle. Moodle will have all the links to everything laid out. But really, Moodle is just like a copy. It's kind of just like an instructions manual. But if you just go on YouTube, you can just watch these things yourself. Yeah, the Moodle. You have a syllabus in Moodle? Oh, yeah, because I had the old one there. Yeah, I'm going to change that. So don't worry about that, Jasmine. Yeah, don't pay attention to Moodle right now. I have to edit Moodle. I was doing something with Moodle, and I have to undo what I was doing. So yeah, this one will come out to you. I apologize for the delay. Okay, so let's go through this, and maybe I'll edit as I'm going. And don't hesitate to write me in Spanish or communicate with me in Spanish. I understand Spanish. Well, I understand it well enough to communicate. I just don't like to teach in Spanish because it becomes a distraction. Because my Spanish is not that great, and it just becomes distracting for the class. Okay? I've even had students in the past tell me just say it in English, we'll understand better, even though they don't know any English. So let's see. This is a statistics class, as though you haven't taken statistics before. So this is going to be it's fundamentals. I'm going to pack in a lot, so you've got to be a good student. You don't have to be a great statistics student, you just got to be a good student to get through this class in terms of time management and retention, organizing yourself, okay, so that you retain all this material. Everything does build one on top of the other, so the material you learn in Unit 1, it'll be assumed that you know it. I'll take a portion of Unit 1 type material and then go into Unit 2. So we don't focus on the whole entirety of Unit 2, but we take a portion and move forward. Always getting closer to our goal, which is to help you understand how to gather and report information about variables and how to make predictions of what to expect in the future. Okay, so we are interested in alleviating uncertainty with statistics, and I want to teach you how to do that in a systematic way. All right, so I said some things here that I have to edit. You guys are going to watch me edit my prontuario. Live stream editing. So you need that course, add me. Oh, those two, 5500 and 5600. You should have a computer with internet access, an operational email account. You do not have to attend the lectures. You should watch them afterwards to make sure you didn't miss anything. And don't let them pile up because they can accumulate it. You won't be able to watch all these lectures plus all of the videos as well. Okay, it's a lot of work. At one point I added up the total time on the videos and I keep on forgetting what's the total. I need to do that again. I'm talking about the videos in the edited stream. I think they total like 6 hours or 8 hours. I can't remember. I don't know why I can't remember that, but I will check. If it's 6 or 12 hours, I don't know. I have these numbers floating in my mind. Okay, so so you don't have to meet live stream, but I recommend it. So you can ask me questions, and you can see what, what's emphasized, what's important, and also get maybe a third or second round of looking at the material, because if you read it on your own, that's one way of learning, and then another way is to see it with examples, and then another way is to discuss it with people. So think of this as a classroom discussion. As far as the tests go, I'm thinking of having the tests during the class. I haven't ironed out exactly what I'm going to do yet, but that's why I hesitate with the prontuario. But let's talk about it. Okay, so let me continue here. So you're going to need to have an internet account and internet access, and a stable one if we're going to do testing. So you should have a printer. You should be able to print the course materials. I think it's better in front of you. Some people like a screen with a tablet. That can work too. With a tablet that you can write notes on, that's acceptable. Or that could be ideal. It depends, people learn differently. But without those, I think if you print the lecture notes and work with the paper, that's always very useful. Okay, I mentioned here you need to be able to use YouTube, Windows Media Player, because what I'm going to do is give you the link to the rest of the Decisions Through Data videos. Actually, I don't think they actually work in Windows Media Player anymore. They stopped working. That's why I'm putting them in YouTube. But anyway, I actually don't think that's going to help you. I'm probably going to take that out. Just stick with YouTube and similar pages on the internet. You should be able to view PDFs, and I will show you Stata software output, but you don't have to use Stata. Stata is very expensive, and the university used to have a student account subscription, like students could buy a subscription to this particular software, but it's not, I don't see it as necessary. I think it's really important to be able to read output and interpret it, and that's what I want to focus on. If you're in a situation where you actually have to produce output, I think if you understand this course and you understand how to interpret output, you're going to be just as good. You'll be just fine at producing output. So you should be comfortable with Excel if I'm ever to ask you to do something in Excel, and I'm going to give you functions and statistics that you can use in Excel. I'm not going to ask you for them in class, but you might find them handy, and you might want to take that skill away from this course with you, okay? You should be able to get your email daily in case something changes or if there's any updates. In terms of tests and things like that, I think is most important. So let me see if you have any questions. Stata and Minitab. Stata is different. Well, it depends how you use Stata. Stata, you could say, is like SPSS, where you have the menu, drop-down menus, and then through the drop-down menus, it generates code or syntax, and then it runs your data. It does things with the data. So I guess Minitab is similar. I haven't used Minitab in like 30 years, but I think Minitab is from SAS. I think Minitab is from SAS. So I started with SAS when I was first starting statistics. My first degree is in statistics. So my bachelor is in statistics, and we work with SAS at school. And when I grew up and started doing my own research, I ended up using Stata. Stata is much more user-friendly, or at least for me it is. Very intuitive, and particularly my research is in the area of health services research, large databases with insurance data, health insurance data, and Stata is the go-to software for that. It also has ability of features that I know about in data analytics. I haven't used it for that purpose, but just letting you know, if you're in the market for software, I highly recommend Stata. Oh, and I prefer it to SAS. There are some things I use Census Bureau data. I've used it and I still refer to it, and they still produce data output in SAS that I have to download, so I still have to use SAS to prepare my data, which is a huge part of any kind of analysis, is to gather it's observational survey data and then prepare it for analysis. So I get it in SAS and then I convert it to Stata and work in Stata. Anyway, TMI, too much information, right? You don't need to know all those details. But basically, if you're in the market for software and you want to talk to me about it, you can talk to me about it, and I recommend Stata over SAS. And Minitab is for smaller data sets. Stata, I'm talking about, like in Stata, you can operate with like millions, hundreds of millions of records of information. So yeah, they're just it's gotten increasingly better with the processors that we have now. It used to take me a day to let something process in Stata, and SAS had that operating power. It just wasn't so handy. It wasn't so user-friendly. Okay, so let's see. Back to the prontuario or syllabus. Have to be careful. This is the syllabus. Okay, so what have I said here is the class time. As I said, I'll try my best to meet, start our meetings on time at 6, and then we'll go till, I don't know, I'm satisfied that we've done enough for the moment. I don't know that I'll use the full 3 hours, but sometimes I will, before tests, when you have a lot of material that you want to cover with me, I might go over, and if you have to leave, you leave, and then you can come back to to YouTube and watch it later. The course website is found in Moodle. I don't even think this is the website anymore. I think it's in Linea. That's how I get there. Let me check this one. Can't believe we're doing this together, but I'm running out of time. Okay, no, that'll take you there, so that will work, I hope. Let me try it in another browser, because sometimes it's in the cache and it's not really that you're going there. Okay, it does work. Okay, so that website, it's also in Spanish. So in Linea, I would say in Spanish. So this is a distance modality, which this course is really a hybrid course. So it's set up as a hybrid course. I need to, I guess I'm complementing the hybrid with the meetings online. And even though I was running a hybrid class all the years that I've been giving this class, for like 10 years now at the UPR, I would so I did 6 years of hybrid, and even though it's supposed to be alternating weeks that we meet, I would still meet with the students every week, because I think many students just like the continuity of meeting. So I don't think it's going to be very different doing this by distance as in class, except, I don't get to see your lovely faces. So anyway, so we're going to meet, every week, at least for a bit, and maybe longer than 3 hours sometimes, on YouTube. So I estimate for you, this is for the average student, 15 hours a week for this class. So that's average, maybe below average knowledge of statistics. We'll need that much time. Some students can attend the class and they already know statistics. They just attend, they review the notes, and they're done in 5-6 hours a week. But so I put 15 hours because I don't want to let you think that, like if you use the 15 hours, you're going to be solid in this material. Okay, if you use 10, you're going to be pretty good with the material. Okay, so you guys can let me know what you think about that. 15 hours a week to me means like two hours a day, an hour and a half a day, where you just log in and look at things and get organized. Or it means the weekend, that you spend 7 hours each day on the weekend. I'm not sure your schedules, but you'll make it work for you, okay? You divide up the time how you see you can best use it. So this is my contact information. I'm giving you my phone number. No one uses it, so I don't expect you to. Just text me if you need to meet with me. I wrote text response in 2 hours. Yeah, I should probably get back to you. Like, the point is that you don't have to wait days for me to respond. Okay, so you keep that number, record that number, text me if you want to meet with me virtually outside of these hours. I'm setting aside Thursday before class because that way I'm available to you, and I divide that time from other things I'm doing for you. So I explained briefly about the course. What you have here are all the topics. So Unit 1, we begin with discussing where data comes from. What is data? Where does it come from? And then all these terms. So what I recommend is, once I give you the syllabus, you keep it in a file, you print it, and then by the end of covering Unit 1, you make sure you know what all these terms mean. Okay? That'll ensure that you understand that unit, and then when it comes to test time, you can again start with this list and make sure you understand those concepts, and you can write about it. So there's lots of material I have for you beyond the lecture notes and the video. I also have homework problems, there's quizzes online, and there are practice problems, practice assignments, sorry. I also have old tests, okay? The thing is, well, we'll get to that. Let me continue with this. So then this will be the next unit. What I'm going to try and do is each test, so I'm going to give 3 tests, and each test will cover 2 units. So we'll do Unit 1 and Unit 2 together. And I think I'm going to be flexible with the time because I've never done this before. A complete distance, so let's see how long that takes, but that's the idea. I'm going to do 2 tests, test 2 units at a time, and then in the end I'm going to give you a final exam. That's what I want to do. Okay, so then there's the 3rd topic, regression. See, I had it as midterm, but I'm going to take that out. That's going to be changed. And then the final exam will be see, I have to change this. I want to emphasize the last 2 units, but make it cumulative. It's going to be a cumulative test. Okay? I divide up the topics here, and I tell you where to find them in the book. Okay, the textbook. Let's talk about the textbook a bit. So the textbook, all this stuff I wrote here, I have to clean it up. Okay, so this is the textbook. Now, you don't have to buy the textbook. I have written some options here about the textbook. You can buy it as paperback. You can buy it as hardcover. I have the ISBN numbers. You can also rent it. It's very expensive renting, so I don't know that anyone's going to do that. But you don't need the textbook. I mean, it's nice to have a reference book for statistics, and I have to have one for the course, and I provide you with a list of all the topics and the sections of the textbook, but you can take this course and use my notes just fine, and then find other resources, another resource textbook in statistics if you want. Okay? Any questions about that? There's also a Spanish textbook that I listed if students are interested. Sorry, I froze on a weird spot, didn't I? Hold on. The heading's not supposed to be there. There's a Spanish version of this textbook that's a little older, but it's just as good. If you want it in Spanish, there it is. And I think that might be the reason why this book was chosen for this class, because there's the Spanish version. There's no newer edition. That is the 8th edition is the most recent. Calculator for the class. You need a calculator for this class. You probably have a calculator, but I want you to have a statistics calculator, or I want you to learn how to use the statistics mode in the calculator. So I provide instruction in some videos using the TI-30XA. I will provide instruction in the live streams using the TI-BA2+. Okay, so I will recommend this calculator. This is a finance calculator, so it'll be useful in your finance class or for your life. It's a good calculator, and it does 2 variable statistics. It's very handy, and it'll just make your life easier. If you don't want to use one of those 2 calculators, and again, I prefer this one, the TI-BA2+. At least, the very least, make sure you have a calculator with these symbols on it. Should have stat or SD. Secondly, it should have this or this or this or this. This is for entering data into your calculator, like in a worksheet, like you would in Excel. These are statistical calculations that you would need to have. And finally, you need this. This is combinatorics. This is something we're going to talk about in terms of probabilities. This is the NCR function. It's a combination function on your calculator. So make sure your calculator has those symbols on it if you're going to use it. Okay, questions about the calculator? The TI-84, yes, it'll work. It's just the thing about the TI-84, I don't like it. I think it's like overkill. It's just a lot. You have a lot more in there than you need for statistics. It's more of an engineering. That's more of an engineering calculator. I don't know why they have students using that in business, but anyway, yeah, the TI-84 can do everything you need for this class. It's just that I don't want to give instructions on too many calculators, and so I've chosen the TI-BA2+. I'm just going to write it there, TI-BA2+. But I mean, if you don't have a calculator handy, and you just want to, I mean, you don't have that calculator handy, you just want to use what you have, that's fine with me, okay? You're just going to have to learn how to use it, because it's going to be hard for me to provide instruction on so many different calculators. And you will lose out. You'll lose out if you don't have a calculator you know how to use. Okay, the course, it makes the course a lot more difficult. I don't know the TI-89. What is the TI-89? Is that TI-30XA or is that XS? Is it TI-30XA is what I have. Eliana, what did you study? You study business or engineering? Yeah, no, if you know how to use it, Eliana, you can use it. I don't mind. If this was a course, you know, in class course, I wouldn't permit the TI-84 because it's programmable and it adds certain advantages. But right now, because we're going to do this at a distance, I'm going to allow open book exams. Everyone has advantages to use Excel or whatever calculator they want. But for understanding the delivery of the course, I want us to have be on the same playing field. And then you guys can do whatever you want, you know. So the TI BA2 Plus is the one I'm going to instruct with, and you can take from that. If you want to meet with me to learn more about how to use your calculator, I think, Eliana, you know how to use yours. Right. That's good. If you know how to use it. The TI-30XS, X2, you know what, like, if you guys want to use a different calculator, like I said, then you have to learn how to use it. That's the main thing. You can use any of the calculators that have those symbols, check it, and you can use it. But you need to learn how to use it. I can't spend a whole class providing instruction on the calculator. However, if you're having trouble and you haven't figured it out and you want me to help you figure it out, then let me know and we can meet and maybe possibly go over it virtually. I'm not sure how, but figure something out. So the TI-30XS, I'm not sure. It sounds like it's a stats calculator, right? That's what the S is for. TI-30XS. Let me see. 32XS. Oh, S for scientific. Okay. Yeah. So everyone, Maria as well, if you know how to use it, that's great. And you know, the instruction I give could probably help any of those calculators, help you use any of those calculators. But the calculator is meant to be a tool, it's not to be an obstacle, all right? So if it's taking you forever to figure it out or you're making mistakes using it, it's not the calculator for you. So I'm trying to pick the calculator, I've chosen the calculator that would have the longest endurance in terms of you'll be able to use it in other classes, and it's easy to use, and it's going to give you the right answers. So that's why I say the BA2 Plus. Okay. But you need a calculator. Because we're doing this at distance, you could even use Excel if you think Excel is fine for you, but I don't have, it's not in my course to teach you Excel, except for just show you some functions, and that's about it. Okay, so you have to use something that you're good with that has those symbols on it. It has to have these symbols, or it's not going to do stats mode, and it's not going to be useful for the class. Okay, the fifth point here is about the video series that I'm going to give you a link to. You can also find a link here to all the videos, but I don't think you can open them from there anymore. Those were put there by university or college, and they used to open on Media Player, but with some upgrades, you know how things upgrade, and the links didn't upgrade, so you were not going to be able to watch those. If you figure out how to watch them, let me know, because you're a genius. But instead, rather, our university, our campus has the videos, it owns the videos, so I'm able to broadcast them for you. I've had them all completely digitized, but I'm only going to share 4 of the 20 or so videos in this class. I give you some references to some, I don't even know if that works anymore. Let me check. Stat pages. This is a website that allows you, like calculators for statistics. It allows you to use them. Let me see if it even works. I always have to check these things. Yes, look at that. Okay, so if you really are let me see how I can show you this. Is this going to happen again? Am I going to get that mirroring effect, which I don't understand? Let's see what happens. You see here, I don't know if you can see that. Let me make this bigger. So this is called stat pages, and you see you can get calculations right from this page. Descriptive statistics, histograms, charts. Very cool. And so this still works. You can just learn off this page. Descriptive statistic. Like this gives you a calculator. Interesting. I mean, I'm not going to teach with this, but if you are keener, you want to do some extra things. Look, it's even in Spanish. Interesante. Very interesting. So I haven't completely gone through this, but anyway, that's another resource for you, okay? That is it's called, it looks like it linked to somewhere else. Let me go. It's called Stat Pages. Stat Pages. So the link will be in the Prontuario syllabus if you're interested. If you have no time, don't waste time on that. But it's interesting if you have time. Okay, the test. So what did I say? So I'm going to give, does this add up to 100? I have 25, 60. That's 60, 70, 80. 90. Oh, it doesn't, so I get to put a third test, right? Okay. So I want to put a third test and then a final. That's my plan. See, I was just doing this. Then I had a meeting. You guys watching me at work here. So that means this has to be worth does that add up? How's that? Oh, you guys aren't watching. Okay, here you go. There. Oh, you didn't get to see it. That's better. So there are And see, I'm not doing in-class quizzes. 3 tests. And a final exam. So test 1 will be lower just because you get an idea of what we're doing. Then the second test will be the next 2 units. The third test will be the following 2 units. And then a final exam that's comprehensive. It'll be 3 hours, and I will set it in the exam period for the course. They will be open book, so you can use all your resources. The only thing is that you cannot have anyone help you with the test. Okay? It has to be done by you and only you. And I'll probably set it up during a time. I have to figure out a way to set it up so it's I can be sure of that. We are using the honor system mostly and asking people to do their own work. This is test 3. So we'll be talking about that. So the test total, 55%. Did these add up? Yeah, they add up. So the exam is, yeah. So this is going to be 55. So I'm not going to have a midterm, I'm just going to have 3 tests. Okay, I don't want to confuse you. Let me get all this out. All right, so what does this say? Coverage for the exam is provided in the outline of the evaluation schedule. While the final exam, I'm going to go 2 units at a time. While the final exam is not cumulative, yes it is. So the final exam will be cumulative. And as the course develops, it builds upon previous material. Tests will receive a grade of 0. Missed tests will receive a grade of 0. But with medical documentation, if a test is missed, the final exam can be written for the additional weight. So if you miss a test, then I'm going to move the weight to the final exam. If you miss the final exam with medical documentation, you can have a makeup exam. I've left a portion in here for care. This is your participation in online quizzes, your attendance, and you don't have to attend the lectures I said, so I guess I can take that out. But what I'm going to say is what I have in Moodle is a forum, and in that forum I would like to see some communication. If you're having problems or difficulties, you have questions, that's going to be the place where you can share those questions. Let me get to that in a minute. I'm going to put that kind of participation into your care for the course, okay, so that you are engaged asking questions, even answering questions of other students, that can go into this 10% score. Let me see if you have any comments. Okay, no comments. Yeah, the quote is great. Yeah, don't lose your enthusiasm, just keep on going. And you know, it's usually the students who ask, it usually is the student who asks the most questions, that does really well. They want to clarify, and they know how to formulate a question. The students who ask questions usually do very well because their ability to distinguish between understanding and not understanding and how to phrase a question, that's going to get you to greater understanding. Okay, so taking care with the material, staying up with the quiz. Now there's going to be online quizzes. I need to talk about that with you. So let me see. Let's go back to the course. Where did I have that? Oh, here. Oh, you have to ignore some of the numbers for the evaluation. They have not been updated. Okay, so here's the Moodle. And make it a little bit bigger. All right, there's a lot of stuff here. So what you'll see, I'm going to put the formulas that you can use in Excel. And that's just for you. I'm not going to ask you to do it. It's just showing you. It's introducing you. Some people like Excel. They prefer Excel. This is how you can get some statistical output out of Excel. I'll just introduce you to a few functions. I'll have a tentative schedule with dates. It'll be tentative because, again, I'm going to see how we progress through the material. And there might be surprises. We might have delays for one reason or another. So I have things, I went by modules. So units or modules. And what I want to show you is, the quizzes, okay. So the quizzes appear, what just happened? All right, because that is taking me to the new module. Okay, so this is an example of the module. You have the lecture notes. You have what I call annotated notes. So these are the lecture notes. And then in the lecture notes, I have questions. I've posed questions, and I've left space for you to answer those questions. Then I give you the answers. So you could work on this on your own. Essentially, you can do this course completely at your own pace, right? You just have to do it on time to meet all the deadlines of the tests. So you can work ahead. If you're working ahead, that's just fine with me. So these are the solutions to this. I recommend working with the lecture notes initially, fill in the blanks the best you can, and then looking at the annotated notes. Don't print both of these. Or don't just print this, because that gives you a false sense of security that you understand what you're doing, okay? Sometimes you might be running out of time and you just have time to read the annotated notes, but you just won't get you won't appreciate the answers as well as if you did it yourself, I think. The third thing here is homework. So these are exercises that look like this. You see? Multiple choice problems. These are all old exam problems, old test problems. So that'll help you prepare for the test because they will be multiple choice. These are practice assignments. I've given you two. They're old, but I mean they're still relevant. And I've given you the solutions for them. And then finally, there are the quizzes. These are online quizzes that are automatically graded. So it gives you immediate feedback about your understanding. You can repeat them as many times as you want, and I will get a record of your completion, of your completing them. What I ask is that students complete, or I will take the best grade of all the assignments in each unit. Okay, so this is unit DNS, which stands for Design of Experiments and Surveys. So there'll be others that I put in other units, like with the same, like I keep asking questions about, or do I? Let me see, what did I do? Let me remember what I did. Maybe I did put them all together now, because I did have them separated. So this is unit 2. Let's look at unit 2. Okay, so I did separate them. So out of these 3 for the second unit, can you see that? Yeah. Let me make sure you can see. Yeah, you can see. So for these quizzes here, for this unit, I will take the highest grade of the 3. And as well, you'll have unlimited attempts. So there's no excuse for missing a quiz, okay? So here in this unit, unit 1, you have 4 to do. I recommend you do them all. I recommend you do them till you get them perfect, and then you move on, all right? So the grade from there will go into your CARE, your 10% score. So this is unit 2, so you have the same sort of thing, except the difference is I've actually linked all the videos in YouTube here. And I've put the approximate time for all of them so you can see them all laid out and make a plan of attack for yourself, okay? The same thing, lecture notes, annotated, sample problems, and homework. So you see, if you go through this 8, 9, 10, 14, 15, like almost all the pages are lectured. So what I'm going to ask you to do in preparation for our meeting each week is to review the videos. Review the videos in advance of our meeting with the notes. And then when we meet, we work on exercises together. I'll do my best to direct you. So I'm not jumping back and forth. I'm going in a sequential manner, or systematic manner through that material. Okay. And then I'll highlight or review exercises that people have not had success with. All right. I think really that's it. I have a bibliography here. I just have to clean this up, this prontuario up, and send it to you. So, are there any questions? Oh yeah, no, yeah, the Moodle's, I have to update it. What I have to do is import all of this into the Moodle page. So don't worry, you're gonna get this. I'll have it done tonight, okay? Don't worry about that. So what I'll do tonight, I'm going to prepare these materials and send them to you. In the meantime, what I'm going to, the first thing, I'm going to send you an email with the link to the videos that you watch, okay? And then I'll send you all this stuff, the prontuario, and the Moodle will be ready. And what was the other thing? Yeah, the prontuario and Moodle will be prepared. Oh, and the notes. But the notes are in Moodle as well. So, so what I'm going to send you first, I'm going to send you an email tonight. Let's say before 8 o'clock with a link to the videos, the 4 videos I showed you of DTD, Decisions Through Data. I'd like you to watch them, okay? And that's usually what I do in class. So I'll send you that link, and then otherwise we'll be in touch through Moodle and through email. Oh, let me show you the forum. I'm going to show you the forum before we go. The forum is here. If I have any announcements to make, let me make this a little bit bigger so you can see it. You see that? It says announcements. So this is where I have to make any announcements. I'll put them here. I don't know that I'll put them here. I probably just well, this is supposed to go to your email. But can you verify in Moodle that you receive emails? I think you need to set that as a default. So what I'm going to do is I'll send you an email tonight, and if you don't get it, I'll send one through announcements. I'll call it announcements. If you don't get it, then that means you're going to have to set up your Moodle so you receive announcements to your email. Otherwise, you'll have to go in Moodle to get it. And I never find email very user-friendly in Moodle. So here's the question and answer forum. You can ask me a question, or you can ask your classmates a question. Let me make sure you can see this. You can start a topic. You probably know how to do this, right? You can put a title, the message, and I think you can send it as anonymous if you like. This is different because it's me, I'm the professor, but I think there's an option to send information or questions anonymously if you prefer that. As well, I should say in YouTube, if you don't want to use your own personal account name, like your actual name, in the chat, that's fine too, okay? You don't have to use it in the chat. You can, as long as you have an account and you can chat, that's what's important to me. It doesn't have to be exposing your name. So yes, we're going to meet next Thursday, Camille. We will meet next Thursday. So we'll meet every Thursday, and at least for a while. Okay, we'll meet for a little while. I don't know what to say, because sometimes we'll just meet briefly and sometimes we'll stay on for a few hours. But yes, we will meet. That will be our meeting place once a week. We can collect. So make sure you keep that, preserve that time, set it aside for that meeting, even if you just come for half an hour. Check in, ask your questions, and then if you have to go, you can go and watch the video later. So with that, I'm going to say good night. Unless you have questions, I'll stay on for a bit if people have some questions for me. Yeah, I think everyone appreciates the weekly check-in. We can touch base, but essentially you can work independently. Some people need a little more hands-on, which I'm also going to offer. So every week you can just go to the playlist, the one I shared with you, and just look for the date and open that live stream. And as I said, the video will come with subtitles, and then you can translate those subtitles as well. Night. So yes, as long as we do one module per week, we would be up to date with the class. Yeah, that's more than enough. Probably less than a module. So what you would do is do some of the module and then finish it. Like maybe watch all the videos and then do all the exercises the next week. Maybe that would be a way to do it, Gabriel. So review videos and notes the first week, and then do all the exercises in the next, something like that, because there's more than 12 weeks and there's only 6 modules and we have 2 tests, or sorry, we have 4 tests, but I'm going to decide if I'm going to do the tests in the class time or outside of the class time. I'm still deciding. Have to decide quick. So there's actually 15 weeks, isn't it? What else? Other questions? Yes, I'm going to send the video links now. Yeah, once I get off. You just have to make sure you can get it, because I have to put you in a list for a private video. Or I'm thinking maybe I'll just make it public tonight. I just don't want to get in trouble with YouTube, because they never talk to you. They just take your stuff away and they give you a community strike. And I don't know if they're going to respond to my, because I do have permission to show it. So anyway, I don't want any trouble with YouTube. Yeah, you're going to watch the 4 videos and you're going to read the notes and you're going to answer the questions in the notes for next week. That's the plan. Yes, I speak Spanish. Luis? I understand Spanish and I speak Spanish, but I'm not that great. So I can understand if you guys write in Spanish. And remember, you can view the captions, you can turn the captions on, and then you can auto-translate them to Spanish. And they won't be perfect, but they will be, they'll be good, because most of you understand English. Same thing with the videos I'm going to link tonight. Same thing, you can use the captions. And I'm going to keep on sending you emails through the portal, the next portal, until I figure out how to send a group email. Or I know how to do it in Outlook. It's just tedious because I have to create a group and one at a time add each of you to the group. It's very time consuming. I have 3 classes. It's 100 students. It's insane. So, and then I have other lists to make. I know I'm complaining, but just letting you know I'm going to do my best. I always find alternatives, workarounds. Yeah, I think I'm just going to let it be public and let you guys watch it tonight. That's what I'm going to do, because I had enough trouble trying to make it private. Okay, so good night, guys. I'm going to sign off. Bye-bye.